preparing to live stream the meeting. We'll see how that works. I know StreamYard does this a little bit better, but I also find that in using the other things that I'm already using, and so there's that. Interesting. So thank you everybody for coming. Welcome to Ladies that we've had a lot of different things going on in our Facebook group over the months that we've been in quarantine. Members who have suggested that we do things like our Free Gift Friday has been an opportunity for Ladies Power Lunch to shine the light on our members who might have a product that they want to feature, or they might, hey Doreen, I see you. Hi Keisha. Hi Alyssa. Have a product that they want to highlight, and so we give you an opportunity to do that in Free Gift Fridays. We've had the Ladies Power Lunch coffee breaks becoming a part of the program as well, because we have lots of members who are really good experts at the things that they're expert at, and so why not give them an opportunity to teach us how to do the things that we want to learn and that they're expert at. Tuesday, always have them on a Friday. So look out for those if you haven't had a chance to see any of those. If you haven't had a chance to, can everybody hear me? Can I see hands? Can everybody hear me?
You're freezing and your audio's glitching.
Charlene can hear me, so that's one person. Great. So if you haven't had a chance to see the Ladies Power Lunch coffee breaks, or see the Free Gift Fridays, or if you have an interest in being a part of any of those, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help us be a part of that. So I just want to see a show of hands. Can everybody hear me okay? No? Yep. Okay, thank you. Great. So I want to let you know that I think we're pretty much 4 minutes in. So I want to let us get started. We still have a few people who are joining us, but I wanted to share this with us because I had the opportunity today to pull this card, and the card says, why do I want the relationship I want? And I thought it was a perfect card to pull for us today because we're talking about collaboration. So if we replace the word relationship with collaboration, which is a relationship in and of itself, then I think that, you know, we can really get some insight as to why do we want it and what do we want? And this ties so well into what I was hoping that we'd be able to workshop today. So I'm looking forward with great anticipation to us all talking a little bit about that today. So before we dive right into talking about collaborations, let's have everybody unmute, and I'm going to take a couple of celebrations. Anybody have anything that they want to celebrate today? Just dive right in. Christy, I see you first.
I have my book in hand, our book, our collaborative book. So I'm very excited. It's the first time I'm co-authored in a book, and so it's beautiful. I love it.
Davia?
Okay, I'm playing with my volume here. Okay.
Davia?
Yes.
I just wanted to say this week is coming up my Coffee and Convo, and I get to interview Christy.
Yay! That's so wonderful. You know, my favorite thing to see is when members of the group actually get together and do things together. It makes me the superstar happy. And so I am excited. And of course, Marianne, guys, if you haven't met Marianne is a law of attraction manifestation coach. So for all of us who have struggled with law of attraction and wondered why is it not working for us, you need to talk to Marianne, because she's got the 411 on the universe, just saying. And then Christy is an amazing leader as far as human design goes. So I cannot think of a better coffee and convo. I'm dying to hear that one. This is going to be really, really exciting. Awesome. I have room for 3 more. Lorraine, hi, how are you?
Hi, thank you. So I'm really excited. Isogenics is taking a bold new step. It's called Isogenics 2.0. I've got a brand new logo, brand new value system logo. I mean, it's just, I am so excited. But I also have my new Facebook business page, which is Living Vibrantly After 50 with Lorraine. And I'm glad we're doing collaboration today, because I'm opening that page up to people, especially women, that have got businesses that talk about value and ways to help other women at over 50. So collaboration today is going to be great. So check out my Facebook page, Living Vibrantly After 50 with Lorraine, and see what we can do. Hi, Lynn, thank you. That we can do to support the like people that are on my page.
Awesome. So I love that, Lorraine. And I don't know if you guys know, everybody should know Liz Detterer. She's one of our members. She grew her Avon business from like in the 100,000 region to like in the $1 million region. And she was able to do that through basically growing her own brand and not talking about Avon, but talking about her brand. And Lorraine, that makes me think about, the reason that came to mind is because you're talking about your Facebook page. And I think that your message, I love your message.
I know.
Because your message is so aligned with me. The fact that just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to get colder, guys. It really doesn't. Oh my goodness. We're like fine wine. We're getting better with age. And I am looking forward to all y'all being my skydiving grannies when I call up and I say, Carol and Bina and Diane and Christy and Julie and Bridget and all y'all, come on, we're going to go do this fun thing and we're going to be 100 and it'll still be fine. So no reason to be feeling like we need to use our age as an excuse to be not well, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I celebrated 78 and a half last week. So
isn't she beautiful? I just want to say.
I guess everything works, but hi, Kathy.
Still works. Awesome.
Thank you.
That's so good. I have room for 2 more celebrations. Dee, what's going on?
I am rebranding. So you guys are going to see big things coming up really, really soon. From a dose of positivity to radiating positivity. Ooh, I just got chills. So beautiful new logo. Just so excited to share
can't wait.
My online course. Lorraine, we have to collaborate, because my online course is for women over the age of 50 who are looking for something in their lives and can't find it. I know how to get them to that next level.
Awesome. And I have room for 1 more celebration. Who is it going to be? You could just unmute yourself and come on. Carol, I saw you.
Can you hear me? Because it said my audio wasn't working. Is it working?
It's working. I can hear you
good.
perfectly.
Oh, good. There you go. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited because the end of this month, I'm partnering with April Beeman and Jackie Baldwin, and we're doing a Tata.
Also, 2 of our Ladies Power Lunch members. Just want to put that in there.
Yeah. Love your tatas inside and out. And April Beeman is going to be talking about thermography and the importance of breast thermography. And she's found that with my products, with Ruby Ribbon, women who have been wearing underwires get rid of their hot spots, the red zones, and it turns to green. So we're all excited about that partnership. And it's going to be on the 29th from 6 to 7 p.m. online. And it's a free workshop. I would love to have you guys join us.
I invite you, Carol, to please post that at the top of the feed in the Ladies Power Lunch group so that everybody can know about that. I really, really do recommend that you give some consideration to the effect that the underwire is having on your health.
Yeah.
There's definitely a correlation. And like Christy says in the chat, thermography is an important topic to learn about for all of us for breast health and that sort of thing. So, I mean, if we haven't personally had breast cancer, we all know somebody who has suffered and probably is a survivor. So these are some of the things that we really need to think about and talk about a little bit more. I think when you shine the light on the dark places, great things can happen. So guys, are you ready to dive into this topic of collaboration?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I thought we're talking about collaboration. Shouldn't we make it more of a collaborative experience? As opposed to me just talking at you, perhaps we'll do it more in a sort of workshop style. So I think it will be a great opportunity for us to dive right in on that. And so I'm going to go ahead, if it's okay with you guys, and share my screen, and we'll take it from there. So here we go. So what I want to talk about today is transforming your impact and income and doing that through collaboration. And one of my favorite mentors likes to say that, whenever there's a challenge, there's an opportunity for transformation. And another one of my mentors likes to say that words don't teach, but stories sure do. So I'm going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs. No, they weren't really pigs. They were actually three brothers. The three little pigs could have learned something here, though, I'm pretty sure. There were three brothers, and their dad really wanted what was best for them. And I don't know if you've ever met teenage boys, but they can be a bit of a handful sometimes. And if you happen to have three of them, forget about it. You're gonna spend a lot of your life just trying to get them sorted out. So this father, he looked at his sons. He was an engineer. He looked at his sons and he said, okay, how can I set them up so that they're best able and best ready to be a part of the workforce, be a part of the world? Now, as an engineer, he looked at his oldest son. He looked at the skill set that his oldest son brought to the table, and he said to his oldest son, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I never had the opportunity of actually going to Germany to learn to be an engineer, but that's probably the best place that you could go to learn how to be an engineer. So I'm going to send you there. I'm going to really invest in you, and I'm really going to send you there. They lived in London, so it wasn't like it was, they were coming from far. Anyway, off he went, and he went to study engineering in Germany. He was pretty smart. He did pretty well. The second brother was artistic, and he didn't really have that great desire to be an engineer like his father before him. And so, in discussion with his father, they decided that he was going to go to architecture school. And so off he went, packed his little bag, and went to architecture school. The third brother, you ever notice the baby? I'm the baby in my family, always a handful, always need a little bit more attention than everybody else. Well, this little baby brother, no exception. He did not want to go to architecture school, no interest whatsoever in engineering. Finally, the father said, you know what? I'm sending you to the military. There is no other place to send you. So brother number three heads off to the Royal Air Force. And while he was there, turns out he's actually pretty good at business. So he ended up doing a degree in business, and then he came out and he opened a company that ended up being a multi-million-dollar company that was focused on construction. Now, I know you're all expecting me to tell you that these three brothers actually came together and built this multi-billion-dollar corporation called McLaren Corp that employed millions of people all over the world. And the three CEOs, one was an engineer and one was an architect and one had a fantastic head for business. That's what you're expecting me to tell you, right? guess what? These fools are my uncles, okay? They could not get along, not for nothing in the world. Couldn't get along. And so they each went off, each their own way. One is an engineer for the state of Florida. The other one is working for a firm in Washington, D.C. And the other one, he has a business. I'm hearing some feedback and I'm wondering why. So anyway, the short version of this extremely long story is that if these guys could have worked it out, if they could have figured out how collaboration could have been an integral part of their lives, I probably wouldn't be here talking to all y'all today. I would probably be leading my division of McLaren Corp and making all the big bucks, right? But that's not what happened. And I can guess that, you know, they had many reasons for not wanting to go down that road. And I think many of the reasons that they might have come up with for not collaborating, aside from the fact that getting along was difficult for them, is that a lot of the times when we consider collaborations, we might be hesitant because we might be getting like a competitive vibe. We might be wondering, okay, is this going to be beneficial for my business, or am I going to be in competition with this person? Sometimes there's a lack of trust. Sometimes you're not sure if the other person is going to pull their own weight. I mean, we can all remember the high school project where there was that person who just wouldn't do their piece of the project and ended up getting everybody a lower grade than they should have, right? Always also going to be wondering, is the other person really competent? Are they going to be putting in as much as they should? And then there's some of us like me who might have some issues with control, and they'll just say, you know what, I'll just do this myself. Some of us might feel a little uncomfortable about letting other people in, seeing the behind the scenes of our business. Some of us might not want to feel vulnerable. And I mean, if I was to put it out for questions, I'm sure all of you could come up with many other reasons why people would hesitate when it comes to actually collaborating with each other. But I want to focus on the pros. I want us to expand this list of the reasons why we should be really considering collaborations, right? Because from what I know about the collective, think about Ladies Power Lunch. When we all get together as a group, 1 + 1 is always greater than 2. The reach and the extent of what we can do as a collaborative is always greater when we get together. The combined reach, for example, of a Ladies Power Lunch event is about 50,000. Now, my personal Ladies Power Lunch list is not 50,000, but when all of us who are on the program get together and we start marketing it out to all our people, guess what? We're hitting 50, 60, sometimes 70,000 people getting our emails about our events. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that also mind blowing? Because I don't know, I remember the first time I did those numbers and I looked at them, I was like, 50,000? No, maybe I did the numbers wrong. Let me break out the calculator again, because I was so sure that I had misplaced a zero or something. One of the things about collaboration that is really, really important for us to remember is that each person has different strengths, right? The things that I am good at, things that I'm fantastic at, might not be the things that you're fantastic at. I like to use the example of me and my manager, Sandy, and how fantastically we work together, because I don't think she wants to be in there treating the patients with me. And I definitely don't want to be at her desk doing all the little things that she does every day to keep our business running. But she loves doing that stuff. And I love doing my stuff. And when we get together, it's amazing. You've all heard of Mastermind. You've all heard of Napoleon Hill. You know the idea that when two or more minds come together, that somehow additional ideas find themselves into the mix. And then, of course, if you've ever collaborated with somebody who's fun, oh my goodness, it becomes just so much more fun. You end up with big visions, big values. People say there's safety in numbers, and you're not wrong, because there's always somebody watching your back when there's more than one of you involved. There's increased energy that you bring to any project when it's more than one person that's working on it. There's more ideas, there's more learning from each other. And if you get your mindset into that abundance thinking, and then you put two abundance mindsets together, or three, or four, or five, oh my goodness, the explosion is amazing. So I would like to invite you to let's take a little journey together. And I want to invite you to, if it feels right to you, you can go ahead and close your eyes and just take a deep breath in and hold it. Now go ahead and exhale. And imagine that you're walking to the door of your room that you're in. And when you go through the door, you are in just a beautiful, lush tropical forest. And you walk down the path a little bit and imagine that there's a bench and there's you sitting on the bench. But it's you 5 years from now, looking fantastic, might I add. You look pretty great. Just want to say that. And also, the you that's sitting on the bench is really excited to see you because she has some amazing news for you. And what she has to tell you is that, listen, don't worry about anything that's happening right now because 5 years into the future, you're going to have your ideal business. Things are going to be just going swimmingly for you, fantastically. Everything's going to be great. And she has with her the blueprint about how you're going to make it happen. And she even mentioned some things about collaboration. And I want you to just sit with her for a minute, listen to the beautiful things that she has to tell you. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and now go ahead and exhale. And imagine yourself just taking in all of this great information about how amazingly your business is doing 5 years from now as a result of the collaborations that you start now. And then you thank your 5 year from now self, and you're going to get up from your bench, say goodbye, walk back through your portal into your room, and meet us all right back here in the meeting. And when it feels right for you, I invite you to go ahead and open your eyes. So the questions that would come up for you is, if you were going to have the perfect business 5 years from now, and it would be exactly all the things that you want it to be, your business would be ideal. You'd have the ideal staff, the ideal support, the ideal reach, the ideal income, the ideal time freedom. What do you need to make that happen? How could collaboration help? And what hesitation or obstacles are coming up for you that might prevent you from making this happen? And I'm going to give you a minute. I hope you have pen and paper. I'm going to give you a minute to just make a couple of notes on that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to get us into breakout rooms. And I'm going to invite you to, one at a time, introduce yourselves in your breakout rooms. I want you to answer these questions. So introduce yourself, introduce your business, and then I want you to talk about what you need now that could help you to have an ideal business 5 years from now. I want you to answer, how could collaboration really help to advance you, help you to move faster? And I want you to answer, what obstacles are preventing you? So go ahead and just kind of noodle that. And while you're doing that, I am going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to put us in breakout rooms here. Okay, guys, we're heading over to our breakout rooms. So you're going to get the notice, and I just invite you to all go over. Everybody in the room has 2 minutes for their portion. So please just be mindful of time. And when it's 2 minutes, just let the next person go. You'll have between 4 and 5 people in your room. And remember, we're focusing on how we can be better at collaborating so that in 5 years, we can actually have this ideal business that we're looking for. Here we go, guys. And Elizabeth and Christy. Christy, I think you're in breakout room.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass right now, Davia. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. So in your room there will be three. I was gonna move somebody, but I just won't move them. That's fine. Everything okay? All is well? Awesome. So great. Now you can hear me. So I was just saying all the things that I said before, I will say again. So basically, I was just saying that we are in breakout rooms right now. You guys joined a little late, so you'll get to go in breakout rooms in the next round. But what we are talking about in the breakout rooms in the small groups is just basically introducing ourselves by saying our name, saying what our business is, and saying how we think collaboration can help us in our business right now to grow to the next level. So, Deborah, you want to go?
Yes, hello. My name is Deborah Moxham, and I own ISO Commercial Capital, and I provide commercial financing to small businesses and investors who are looking to expand their business as well as to buy the real estate that they are currently working out of. I think collaboration is good for all individuals because it helps to just broaden our um, broaden our circle of people who may need our services. May not be today, but at least I'll know what Angelica is doing. Remind remind people of what Davia is doing and the other ladies that are on the broadcast.
Awesome. And, I mean, one of the things that is really the only rule that we have in Ladies Launch is that we support each other. So it is already a supportive environment. So being able to find, for example, somebody else in the group who does something similar to what you do, but may not necessarily be directly competing, that would be a good idea. And then she can refer people to you all day long and you can refer people to her all day long, and back and forth it goes. I had a mentor some years ago. She's a business coach, and she had a friend who was a financial advisor to businesses, and what she would do all day long is send somebody would come in to talk to her about growing their business, and she'd be like, yep, we're going to do these things, and also you need to go talk to this finance person because getting your finances in order is part of running a good business. And I know this person can support you. And then the same thing was happening with the finance person. All day long, she's talking to business owners who are not really getting all their I's and dotting all their T's as far as the business side of their things go. And they're coming to her for financial advice, and she's getting them straight on that and then sending them back to my mentor to say, you know what, get this person to talk to you about your business, and just back and forth all day long. And now I need to tell you that my mentor, her business is about $50 million a year. And it started out through collaborations. So just want to put that out there. There is an opportunity when you are able to work together to see a result that is so much bigger than if you were going it alone. True story, true story. All the stories I share are just things from, my personal experience. Angelica, you want to share who you are and what it is that you do and how collaboration could possibly help you?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Angelica. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I've been in business this is the 6th year. I have Angelic Touch Massage Therapy. And right at this moment and stage of my life and business, I'm in a space where could expand. I learn new skill and adding new services. So I'm more right at this point. I'm looking for more anyone that can collaborate to organize the administrative part of it, to like market what I'm adding on.
So you might need a VA.
I want to make things more easier to like with Sandy, like just like get everything more digital. Learn how to do that with the website. That could be just in one place. Everything can be just in one place. And also anyone who needs to be worked on, I'm always open to receive new clients.
What town are you in?
Bristol. I'm actually next door from Dr. Shepherd. She's behind this wall.
Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. You're Bristol.
Mhm.
You need to put out your card so that Davia, do we have a card? Do we have a card directory yet? That may be good.
How does a card directory work?
I don't know.
You
We
might.
got to work on that because I still have to reach out to the lady with the bras.
Oh, okay, and she's on the call today, actually.
Right. Yes.
So
I still want to follow up, but I'd like Angelica's information.
yeah.
Can it work in? We got to figure that out so that
So
we can
you
get
know
it
how
worked
people
correctly.
have been connecting with each other is through the Facebook group, and so they're usually they're able to have an opportunity to like tag each other and connect with each other that way through Messenger. But there might be an opportunity here for us to have a card directory, and if I can figure out how that works, I am all about it, and just invite everybody to
I'll do some research on. I'll do some research. That'll be my project for you.
Oh, Deborah,
I'll
you're
take.
amazing. No, I
That's
really
so
appreciate
nice.
that. That is
I'll take that
wonderful.
on.
That's a great
Angelica,
idea.
I have some friends that are in the Bristol area. So if you can just chat, send a private chat to me, and
Mhm.
then I'll send you my number so we can talk directly.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll do that shortly.
Okay.
Okay,
Or I can
that
get it from
sounds
Davia.
great.
Mhm.
All right, so who found value from that? Anybody? Okay, so I have room for 2 shares. Any 2 people who feel like this experience was particularly meaningful and want to just share what you got out of it? Anybody? So
I'll share.
okay, Elizabeth, and then I'm gonna take Bridget Brown. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll share that I had specifically written down 3 different 4 different staff that I would need to make what I want to have happen in 5 years. And one of the people that was on the call was Aldra in my group, who is a writing coach and just totally aligned with what I'm up to. So it's like, I've been meaning to talk to you again. So it was perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. And then I want to invite Bridget to unmute, please. And can you share with us, because I don't think you got a chance to go, so maybe you could just tell us what you do and how collaboration could be helpful for you.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, we ran out of time in our group. My company is Story Matters. I'm a communications training company, and I train in the areas of storytelling, public speaking, unconscious bias, and gender bias communication. And right now I've developed an online course called Storytelling for Change. And so where I need help is I need people to introduce me to not-for-profits, for people who are involved in politics, the Black Lives Matter organization, any other organizations like that, where they need to be able to tell succinct, powerful stories that inspire change, so that hopefully they will sign up for my workshop. And that's what I'm looking for help with. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, I would invite you, Bridget, to, if it feels right for you, certainly, go ahead and post at the top of the feed in our Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group what exactly it is that you are looking for, the types of connections that you are hoping to make. And then based on that, we can really get it going for you, make it happen, make those collaborations, right? So I hope that was, yeah, you're welcome. I hope that was valuable for all y'all. And I'm gonna go back to a quick screen share here. And I just wanna say that, you know, it is possible. And those of us who were in a small little group outside of the groups that you all were in, we were talking about this. I mentioned that one of my mentors, she grew her business, and I want to say that she tells a story, so I can tell it too, and it's 100% true. She went from having an eviction notice tacked onto her place of business to having a $50 million a year business. And that was all through collaborations over the years. So don't think small when you're thinking collaborations, because you don't know what the universe has in store for you. You don't know what the grand plan is. You don't know all the pieces of this grand plan. So, you know, don't sell yourself short on this. I want to share with you, you know, the 5 steps that I have learned over time, and everybody who knows me well knows that I'm all about collaborations. Collaborations are my jam. I'm always trying to find ways to connect people and suggest to people ways of connecting, and always connecting with other people in my own business. So going from alone to abundance in 5 simple steps was a no-brainer for me. And the 5 steps are ask, alignment, all in, assignment, and of course apps, because this is the technology age that we're in. I just want to break that out a little bit. I am suggesting to you that if you are thinking, even slightly considering that the power of the collective is greater than the sum of its parts, and if you're thinking that a collaboration might be something you want to think about it, set an intention. Be really intentional about it, because whatever has intention behind it, whatever you're actually really focused on, that has a greater likelihood of coming to fruition. And you know how they say ask and it is given? This applies in this case as well. Take a minute to decide what it is that you would want out of a collaboration that you want to do. Really noodle it, think about it a little bit. And that's what that ask piece is all about. The second piece, and I wish that Prati Kaufman, my partner in crime, was here on this call, because she always remembers to pull it right back down to the energy. What's the energy behind what you're putting out, and also the energy behind what's coming back into you? So when I talk about alignment in this particular case, I am talking about the energy of that collaboration. And I know that you're probably thinking, oh, that's a little bit woo-woo, but I want to break it down into scientific ideas for you where it will make perfect sense. Look, we have 5 senses, and we're always taking information in. Some of the information, we're registering that at the front of mind, and we're very conscious of it. But some of the things that we are taking in via our senses, they're coming in on a subconscious level, but our body's processing all of this. And so maybe you might have noticed something, like somebody might have, I don't know, behaved in a certain way sometime that you came in contact with them, but maybe you kind of push that idea to the side, or maybe somebody may have said something about something that somebody did that, you know, it's in the back of your mind, but you haven't really thought of it in years or something like that. There are things that are influencing our interactions with each other that we are not necessarily 100% aware of right at the front of our minds. So my suggestion is ask your body, because your body knows. And about 70% of us have this ability to really ask our bodies yes, no questions and get answers. How many of us here have ever had to ask our gut? And how many of us here have ever not listened to our guts, ask this question all the time, and we have been really, really sorry that we didn't listen to our gut? So my suggestion is, hey, it can't hurt. Ask your gut, is this collaboration right for me? Yes or no? And ask your gut, is this the right time for this collaboration? Because it could be the right person, but it might not necessarily be the right timing. There are all of these things that you have to consider. And instead of trying to figure everything out, just ask yourself and trust yourself, because you know best, I think. The third piece of this puzzle, the third step, is make sure that you are all in. You know how we talked about a little time ago about that person who was in high school who didn't pull their weight on that project, and everybody ended up getting that lower grade when it didn't have to be that way? Don't be that person in life, in collaborations. Give a collaboration everything, give it your all. Go in 100% on it. If things don't necessarily go the way that you planned, you will know that it wasn't as a result of you not giving it your all. And then assignment. And when I say assignment, I mean assign everybody in the collaboration. If it's a partnership, have each person in the collaboration do the thing that they're good at. Look, guys, I'm not good at drawing or anything creative at all. And so in the collaboration, that is me and Sandy doing our thing here. When it comes to things like logos or making things look beautiful or setting up trade show booth or anything like that, I defer to Sandy because she knows that stuff inside and out. She is an artist. When it comes to patient care, however, that's where I shine. And so I do that part. And so figure out, you're going to have meetings, okay? You're going to have to figure out who's good at what and who needs to be doing what. And it's going to be fun and it's going to be exciting, but you have to assign the right things to the right people or else it's not going to be successful. And then apps. Familiarize yourself with the apps that make it easy. I want to suggest that when it comes to anything to do with any kind of finances, always be very clear at the very beginning exactly what the financial remunerations from the collaboration will look like. You don't want to get to the end of the day and then you're not really sure, and then some people feel shortchanged and have all of this happen. There are apps that are out there that can help you with assigning commissions. There are apps that can help you with affiliate fees. I like to use, for example, when we do our speaking events, I like to use Eventbrite because Eventbrite gives me the opportunity to use affiliate fees, and it gives me the opportunity to use coupons and discounts and all sorts of things that make that collaboration so much better. So technology is out there, and if you would like, we can have a ladies power lunch coffee break just talking about the apps that are available for doing collaborations with other people, because I know for sure that there are experts in our group that are actually expert at that. So there are 3 questions that I suggest that if you're going into a collaboration that you ask yourself. 1, am I intentional? And this goes back to, step 1 in that 5-step abundance process. Am I intentional? Spend some time in quiet contemplation on this. If you're a meditator, meditate on it and then pull out your journal and start writing. What would you like your ideal collaboration to look like? Start writing. What are the pieces of the puzzle that are necessary? Start writing. Is everything necessary? Am I overthinking this? And then ask yourself, what is the next step on this staircase? Some really smart dude once said, you don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And so don't try to see everything. Just try to see, okay, what's the next thing that I need to do as far as this is concerned? But ask yourself, am I being intentional? The second question in these 3 keys to an excellent collaboration is, am I aligned? What is my inner knowing saying about the opportunity? Again, that goes back to asking your gut, do I trust the other person? A big question is, am I trusting the universe, right? Do I trust that the universe is benevolent and will be yielding to me the things that I am asking for? And am I open to what is available? Because I was talking to you just now about my mentor who went from eviction notice to $50 million business. But is $50 million business what you want? It might not be. The idea of a $50 million business might absolutely freak you out. So that might not be what you're open to. So what are you open to? What availability are you open to? Are you open to all the possibilities? Are you open to learning? These are some of the questions to ask when you're really checking in on your own alignment. And then this question, you cannot leave this one out. Am I all in? And if you're not all in, back away from it. Don't do it. It's probably not the right thing. It's probably not right for you right now. You want to make sure that you're bringing it, that you're bringing all your talents to the table. One of the reasons why our Ladies Power Lunch Summits work so well is because everybody who comes, they come with their A game and they come ready to play. They come ready to promote the heck out, excuse me, but I just have to say, they come here ready to promote this event to the best of their abilities. And so even if we don't get hundreds of thousands of people coming to our event, we do get tens of thousands of people knowing about our event. And that's huge because that means that the next time we have an event, we're already on their radar. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. It also means that these tens of thousands of people, they start knowing about our speakers. They know who they are. If they see them again in a post on Facebook, or they see them again speaking on another event, they'll be like, oh, I remember seeing about that in my email. I should check that out. And guess who gets business? It's going to be that person. So there is really a reason to bring your A game, bring your best talents, and make sure you're working within your brilliance. I mentioned that before. And this is one piece that I think we should all really, really try to, if we're not feeling it in this moment, meditate on it because it's super important. Truly feel that there is abundance for everybody. I talk about this all the time. In private practice, for a lot of providers, we're in these kind of practice settings where there are multiple providers in the practice. But I can promise you that there's never going to be a day when I feel like there's competition between me and my partner in practice, because my patients love me so much that if they have to go see my partner for a day, they'll go see him. They will see him kind of under duress, and then they'll come right back to me. And his patients feel the same way, by the way. If they have to see me, they'll do it because, you know, they figure, okay, if she knows him, then she can't be all bad. But guess what? At the end of the day, they're going right back to him. So there is no competition. It doesn't exist. It's only a construct in our mind. It really, really is. So letting go of that competition mindset and really embracing that there's abundance for every single one of us on this planet. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't the case. And being open to the abundance being delivered, and also being open to the way that the abundance is delivered. Because I want to tell you this, and you're gonna find it interesting. It mightn't show up in the way that you think. These two real estate agents, another example, they went into business together thinking that they were going to be selling houses and, you know, they would kind of support each other in that. Turns out they ended up getting a house to sell, but the house was part of an estate. So it was more than one property. And then they had all of this stuff. And so their business completely changed. They ended up having an auction type business where they were auctioning off priceless treasures and they were making tons of money. That's not what they started out doing. They started out doing real estate, but the business morphed into something completely different that was able to yield them greater abundance than they had ever imagined. And so just being open to the way that the universe might decide to drop this stuff in your lap, I think that is going to be a big deal. And so I'm going to invite you guys to let's get into our little groups again. I'm going to have us go into different groups this time, if that's okay with everybody. And I want us to have a conversation where you're probably going to have to say your name and your business one more time, but I'm going to give each person 2 minutes, and the rooms are either 4 or 5 people. So try to stay in your time. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to say your name and I want you to say your business. That's all you need to say. And then I want you to allow everybody else in the group to start giving you ideas of ways that you can collaborate for your business. This is just an idea for everybody to pour into you. Okay, so here we go. We're going out to all the rooms and everybody has 2 minutes. You guys do a good job of keeping the time. Okay, here we go. All right, and Sammy's still here with me, and Robin is still here with me. And if you guys want to stay here with me, that's fine, because we could have our own little conversation here. That's okay. But if you guys want to go to your groups, that's fine too. Yeah. Hey, Robin. So, Robin, you want to, since it's just you and me, you want to go first?
Sure. So I'm driving, so I apologize.
Oh,
I'm
and
actually on
Sammy's
my
here
way
too.
to meet
Oh,
with
no,
a
no,
client.
that's fine. No
And I
worries.
have to stop and pick up flowers first.
Oh, no, that's fine.
So Robin, D. Nicola, Edward Jones, and that's all. That's all I'm supposed to say, right?
Much. Do you do any collaborations at all? Oh, okay. How open are you to the idea of collaboration?
So I feel like I'm very open to collaboration. Generally speaking, when I meet with somebody, I'm always thinking about how I can help them in other ways, for their business. And so, I don't know if it's just the way my mind works, but I automatically think, oh, I need to introduce you to so-and-so and I need to introduce you to so-and-so. So I constantly think that. I even think that for my clients, a lot of times with their own lines of work, I always thinking about who I can introduce them to.
Sure.
So I think collaboration is number one, very important to me.
So
and to my
you're
business
probably
also.
thinking more of collaborations for others, but not necessarily how much collaboration could be supportive of you in your business, right? Yeah.
Well, I do recognize that. I don't I do ask for referrals from people. So, so I guess I do, do it in that way, but I don't generally ask for myself. I'm always usually looking to help others.
Sure, sure, sure. And the truth of the matter is, Robin, here's the thing. A lot of us who are like you and like me, we're always giving and always thinking about how what we do can be beneficial to others and how we can connect people and that sort of thing. So there's really there's no shame in that. There's absolute, you're fantastic for being such a thoughtful person when it comes to other people and their businesses. And I think that's going to stand you in really good stead, because whenever you end up doing a collaboration with somebody, it's probably going to be somebody who remembers all the fantastic connections that you've made in the past, and they're just going to be more likely to embrace you as a collaboration partner. You are in finance, so I would say you would do a good job helping people, entrepreneurs, to get their finances in order. Would that be something that would be good for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I work with, all kinds of different, professions, but, I think once you sort of get in a niche, I think you tend to stick with that. So I do have a lot of teachers. I do have a few nurses, but yeah, I think I can help anybody, but sometimes you get a certain niche, you can kind of help them in a different way.
So something comes to mind, like perhaps if there is a business coach who works with small business that you might know particularly well, and who might be open to a sort of collaborative relationship, it could be a case where they're sending you clients because they're working with the clients on their businesses and seeing opportunities for them to improve their financial position. And then if you have clients who are in business, you will also see an opportunity for them to improve their business day-to-day function. And so you guys could, that could be a way of referring business back and forth with a collaborative partner. I like to suggest also some industries have different rules about this, and I know your industry is very highly regulated. I'm not sure if there are specific rules for people, like, you know, for like giving commissions or that sort of thing to people who send you referrals or anything like that. Are there rules that you know about?
Yeah, so I can't, yeah, I can't do that type of thing. No, that's so
Okay.
can't do that type of thing. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. So yeah, so I guess that would mean then that it would be more of a one-to-one referral situation that would make better sense for you.
Yeah.
People who talk to clients who might have an interest in looking at their financial position too would be accountants. They could be a good referral source for you, and perhaps a good partnership as well, maybe. Um, let's see. Accountants are definitely a group that I would give some consideration to. Business coaches as well. Yeah, those would be, I think, the top two that come to mind right away. Business attorneys as well could be a good fit for you. Okay, so Robin dropped off. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hop into the breakout rooms real quick and just let everybody know how much time they have left. Okay, here we go. And I'm joining breakout. Hang on. Robin, what I was saying was I was thinking that accountants and also business attorneys would be a good fit for you as far as when you're trying to noodle who would be a good fit for being a collaborative partner. So guys, anybody got value from this second session? Okay, good, 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 good. And I'm gonna give us an opportunity to just have two people share. So as soon as everybody comes back, we'll have a couple of shares about what you got from the second session of networking. And here comes everybody streaming back. Awesome. Great, 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 great. So did everybody get value from that?
Yes.
Everybody had an opportunity to be heard, I hope, this time around. Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm gonna take two shares. Anybody who thinks that, you know, what happened in the session was just profoundly amazing, I invite you to unmute yourself and share with the group, please. Anybody?
This is
Rishma.
Reshma. Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Hello.
hi. I've been trying to figure out everything on my own, and so far I've been doing things in a very lonely way and getting overwhelmed. And so this meeting has been very insightful for me, and the people are very nice. And in our groups, everybody's been all offering to help and collaborate and give their advice since they've been in business longer than I am. So I'm very glad I joined in today. I know, Davia, you had invited me a few months back, but finally I'm in social media and I was like procrastinating it for the longest time. So I'm finally in Facebook, like only 3-4 days. So I'm brand new to social media.
Awesome. So you're in the right place at the right time, and all of these women are ready and waiting to support you. So thanks so much for sharing. Is there anybody else who wants to share what they got out of the conversation today? I can't see all of y'all. So if you feel particularly called, I would say just unmute yourself because you guys are on like several pages here.
I'll share.
Thank you, Doreen. So happy to see you, my dear.
It's
Yes,
so nice
tell us.
So I think the group is good. I always think it's good to collaborate and to talk with other women, obviously. There wasn't enough time to get into, you know, all the collaboration. So we are going to collaborate afterwards and talk and get to know each other and hopefully be able to help each other a little bit better. So.
Yes. Absolutely. So, you know, what I think with these meetings is that as much as it's an hour and a half, it's really never enough time, right? Because there's always more to talk about. But I also want to be respectful of everybody's time and everybody's need to get back to work. And so the opportunity here is for us to make the connections and then take it offline. And I always recommend have a coffee date. That was back in the day. Nowadays, my recommendation is have a virtual coffee date and talk about the ways that you can collaborate. So Doreen, that was perfect. That was absolutely ideal, reminding me to remind everybody to take it offline and have a phone call. Literally, like Liz loves to say, pick up the phone and just talk to each other and see what opportunities there are for collaborations, because you will be, I think, pleasantly surprised by that. So I want to say that, you know, if there's anybody here who has found an opportunity that they didn't have before they came on the call, I invite you to just unmute yourself and share about that. Any collaborations that are brewing as a result of the conversations that we just had. I know I was peeking in on one group just now, and somebody said something about people with products getting together and having a network of product sharing. So I don't know if you guys wanted to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, we talked about that because like Carol with her red ribbon, no, pink, I'm sorry, Carol.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, Carol and myself and a few other people that have those kind of health related products, doing a Zoom call and inviting our all of our people to come and join us. I think that would be great.
I love that. That one is a fantastic idea. I really, really love that. And you will see how your reach increases because Lorraine, you're bringing on your people, and Carol, you're bringing on your people. But Carol's people don't necessarily know Lorraine, but Carol's people might like Lorraine's products as well as Carol's products. And so the same thing might happen with Lorraine's people liking Carol's products. And there's just an opportunity for people to meet each other, people to meet new products. It can really be a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I encourage, certainly as much as possible, as much as you can think about ideas for making this happen, definitely going with those kinds of ideas. So as for me, I'm definitely putting my money where my mouth is, because that's a thing that people should do, and not just pay lip service to ideas, but also to actually live the ideas too. And so, we host for Ladies Lunch on a good year and we're not saying that 2020 is not a good year, but on a traditional year, we'd probably have at least minimum 14 events for the year, because if you count all the Ladies Power Lunch monthly meetings, and then you count our retreats that we would usually have and our summits that we would usually have, we're usually somewhere in the 15, 16 event region. And so my invitation for collaboration is that if you're the kind of person who's ready to step in front of your movement, if you're ready to lead your revolution, if you're a light worker and you want to share your gifts and talents with a larger audience, and you believe in this ideal that I believe in, that the power of the collective is greater than the sum of its parts, then I invite you to reach out to me. I'm inviting collaboration. I'm inviting you to reach out to me to talk about perhaps you stepping onto this Ladies Power Lunch stage and being a part of our upcoming summits, step in the Ladies Power Lunch collective and being part of our upcoming collaborative book writing project, which is being led, might I add, by one of our amazing members, who is Elizabeth Hill, and she's going to be our speaker for next month. So watch out for that. And also, if you are interested in having your voice heard through our podcasting network, that is also an option that is available to you. So my talking to me is easy. It's chatwithdrdavia.com, and you can always reach out to me, even if you just want to talk about other things to do with your business that have nothing to do with collaboration. I'm always really open to conversation, because the idea is that if you reach out, we can talk about how Ladies Power Lunch can be more supportive of you. And there may be people in the group that I might be able to connect you with, or resources that I might be able to connect you with that you might not have really given consideration to before. Or we could just have a really great chat, and that could be fun too. So there's that. So that's pretty much all I wanted to share with all y'all today. And so I am going to open up right now to anybody who wants to ask any questions that came up today as a result of this conversation. No questions. That means that I was so great at outlining everything that I planned to say that, I just did such a great job. There are absolutely no questions. Yay me. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, before we close, and you guys have been great, and this has been really a great opportunity. Before we log off, I want to invite anybody who has any upcoming events to just go ahead and indicate, and we can have you share it with the group. Anybody with any upcoming events? Doreen, I see you.
I always got events going on. Come on, girl.
Yes.
I have Women Empowering Women networking, which is the last Wednesday of every month at 6 o'clock. It's on Zoom. We are talking about how to attract your clients to you. Find your clients and attract your clients to you.
I love that topic. Thanks. Michelle Hamilton raised her hand. Michelle, where are you? I
Right
see you
here.
raising
Thank
your
you.
hand.
Yeah. So every Tuesday, my partners and I host a wellness event on Zoom. It's at 7:30 p.m. and it goes over basic wellness tips and some solutions that you can have for boosting your immunity and living your best optimal life.
Awesome. That sounds wonderful. I see Mina.
Okay, so I just recently joined Women Helping Women as a standout member, so it's paid. And I'm going to be going live this Wednesday at 2:30 in that group through Facebook, Women Helping Women, and talking about why staying stuck is procrastination.
Yes. Thank you. And I invite you all to, I'll post a prompt in the Ladies Power Lunch group in a couple of minutes. And I'm going to invite you all to just tag the prompt with all your events. So that way everybody can see everybody. Alisa, can you share with us your upcoming event?
Yes, so for all of you adult beverage drinkers, on July 31st, I just collabed with Two Roads Brewing Company, and we will be a special. It's a Black is Beautiful. It's a stout. So I was able to brew with Two Roads last week. We're really excited. So if you are in the area, 12 noon, July 31st, there will be a special Black is Beautiful beer collab, and we are going to be, it's actually 100% of the proceeds are to be going to the Boys and Girls Club of New Haven and Stratford Education. So we're really excited. So hope you can join us. And thank you, Davia, for this.
Absolutely. Who else had their hand up?
I have
see.
something.
Hi, Diane.
Can I mention something about women?
Yes, you should.
Great. Okay, terrific. So ladies, on July 30th in the morning at from 7:30 to 9:30, we have our July West Hartford Women in Networking meeting via Zoom. And our speaker is going to be a woman named Danielle Fitzpatrick from North Carolina. And she's a wonderful business coach, and she has tons of ideas and is extremely down to earth, and I love her. So she will be our speaker, and we have networking. You bring your own coffee. It's of course virtual these days, but we welcome you if you would like. Can I put a link? Can I type the address in the
you can
chat or something?
absolutely post your link in the chat, and I also invite you to posting the prompt in our Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group. And so I invite you all to go on over there and post about your event as well. Anybody else wanted to share their event? Anybody? Bridget, I see you. And then Dee.
Hey, everybody. Okay, I have a question. Who wants to have fun? Raise your hand.
No. No one wants to have fun.
Okay. So there are a couple people who have actually done this, Lynn and Lorraine and Diane. I do a bi-monthly improv for better communication class where I take elements and tools from the improv community and I put them into game format, and we play games for 55 minutes and we laugh and we relax and we walk away energized. I've been doing it every other week now since the beginning of the lockdown, and we have a lot of fun with it. So please feel free to join us. It's free, and it's an opportunity to just laugh and try something new. We're not there to make you into comedians or actors. We already have enough of those people, and they're all unemployed. We are there to help you to get more comfortable in your own skin. So please join us.
Please, 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 Bridget, be sure to post about that in the Facebook group. I would be interested in going to that because everybody knows my favorite thing to do is to have fun. Yay, awesome. Anybody else have anything they want to post? Christy, go ahead, please.
Yes, I posted in the chat too, but the Women in Business Summit, it's our 15th annual. Keisha Zulo was on our call, but she had to jump off. She's the founder. It's usually an amazing in-person conference, so we're taking it virtual. It means also the ticket prices are a different price point. So they're on sale now. It's going to be like a 9 to 1 conference on July 31st, plus an evening reception. That's usually our VIP reception, but we're going to do it online. So you can link to it, find information on the Women in Business Summit Facebook page or the website, which is wibsummit.com.
Awesome. And if anybody can't remember all of that, just click on the events tab in Ladies Power Lunch group, and you'll be able to see the Women in Business Summit up there as well. And go ahead and purchase your tickets. By doing that, you will be certain to have a wonderful, wonderful experience. I absolutely recommend it. Definitely. Anybody else have any events that they want to mention today before we go? Nobody? Okay, great. So thank you everybody for joining us today. I feel like it was really, really good. It's interesting that we actually finished ahead of time because I was pretty worried that we were gonna run over. So officially our meeting is over right now, but if any of you want to hang on and chat a little bit, talk a little bit about your business, say what it is that you do, we actually do have 8 more minutes on the clock and we can do that. So if you all want to go ahead and unmute yourselves, feel free to do that and we could just chit chat right up until the 2 o'clock mark. Marianne, how are you doing all the way out in Texas?
Very good. It's hot.
Oh, well, guess what? It's hot in Connecticut too, so.
And I will just mention just real quick, Sunday will be Coffee and Convo Live with Christy. I'm going to interview
Yes, ma'am.
If you're on guest. So you can look at some of the past ones if you want to. It's on Facebook at Marianne Pack Coaching.
Awesome, awesome. Alisa, I love that you're a female brewer. This makes me just so happy.
Thank you. Yes, I was inspired, paying homage to my grandmothers, who on occasion would sip beer, and I didn't think women drank beer, but my grandmothers were super cool, so I'm paying homage to them. So yeah, we need more women in the brewing industry. Women historically brewed the first beer, so people think it's men brewing beer that it started. No, women are brewers. So I'd love to get this group one day when things kind of, go back to some kind of normalcy, come out and brew with me one day. So I think that we can do a field trip.
I'm all about it. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Let's make a plan for when things settle down and
Yes.
It's okay to
Yes.
do stuff like that. I'm definitely all about it for sure. And I'm always going to be applauding any woman who's working and doing it in what is considered traditionally to be a man's field, because as you guys know, the field that I'm in usually expect to see a burly man in my field, and sometimes patients, especially men, walk in and they look at me like, I don't think it's gonna work, and then it works and they're like amazed. So I love it. Just love it. Awesome. Kathy, how have you been doing? How's it going, Kathy?
Hi, it's going very slowly, actually.
Sometimes we need to slow down a little bit, right?
Yeah, I've been slowed down though for too long.
Time to get it going again. Well, let's do it.
Yeah, today was great. I've got some ideas. Unfortunately, today I am fighting a bee sting.
Okay.
So my brain is saying, pay attention to it. But my husband just brought me some Benadryl, so see if we can get that.
That's why we love husbands. They bring us the Benadryl. That's what they're here for.
That's true.
No, I hope you feel better soon. And if you missed anything at all about today, I invite you to head on over to the YouTube group, the YouTube channel, and you can see the replay. So it'll be there.
That's good to know. Okay,
Yes.
thanks so much.
Absolutely.
And everybody have a great day.
Awesome.
I just want to say Kathy's husband is a doll.
Yes. I'm
He's a
sure.
great guy.
I am sure.
We've
I
been
mean, he's
friends for
bringing
a
her
really long time.
Benadryl.
Yeah, we've been
Oh,
friends for a really long time. Yeah.
that's awesome. I love that. Julie, how are you doing?
Thanks, Lorraine.
I'm doing just fine. My company keeps coming out with new products and keeps growing. We
Yes.
have a lot of awesome July specials. We usually don't have a lot of specials, but because of COVID, they're doing a little bit more.
I
So
noticed that.
if
Yeah.
anybody has, concerns, our grounding mat, if you don't know what earthing or grounding is, contact me because the grounding mat is 20% discount for July. So instead of 133, it's like 106, but it literally brings the ground inside to you and naturally reduces inflammation. I've been sleeping on mine at night, so I get 8 hours of grounding while I'm sleeping, and I can't believe how much better I feel when I wake up in the morning. My husband uses it every day for his swollen knuckles. His hands don't hurt anymore. They've hurt for 20 years, and just using this for an hour a day is helping him. So the
Wow.
grounding mat is on sale, and our Kenko Seat 2 is 20% discount. So when I overdo it, all I have to do is go sit in my seat for about a half an hour, the magnetic energy seat, and I'm re-energized because magnetic energy is healthy healing from the earth. It's all natural. It has no side effects, and our products makes everything better. And Kathy, with your bee sting, I'm so sorry you didn't have one of my power chips in your medicine cabinet, because if you put the magnet on it immediately, it really helps take the sting down and the swelling down from whatever issue you're suffering from. So I
That's
think
interesting. You know what I'm thinking? Because I know Lorraine and a couple of the people in her group that were masterminding together, I know that they were thinking and talking about the possibility of getting together for a show. And maybe that might be something that might be beneficial for you, especially since you have products that are on sale. So,
Julie, how would that work for poison ivy? Do you have any, would that have eliminated the itching? My daughter works helping a landscaper and my grandson, they've been getting poison ivy because they're pulling weeds and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
well,
raging this year.
CM cream that would help with that, but yes, the CM cream and the grounding mat, because it naturally reduces inflammation, and the poison ivy is an inflammation in your body, but the cream would be first. So synergistically, when you combine energies, you get more than 10 times the benefit. So
it's
I
like
would,
collaboration.
yeah, I would have
What was the cream?
used the
I know
CM
you and I have talked, but I can't remember. What's the name of the cream?
CM cream. It's on my website. CM stands for cetyl myristoyl. That is a natural plant. The CM cream helps for issues on the outside of the body and for joints, we have the joint supplement that has the CM in it too.
Okay,
Interesting. That sounds good. Dee, I wanted to ask you, did you get any good ideas for collaboration from the little networking that we were able to do today?
I am excited to reach out to people. I was in Doreen's group, and it was really funny because I said to Doreen, because we completely ran out of time, I said, that's it. I said, this is just an opportunity for all of us to reach out and get to know each other on a one-on-one basis.
Yeah, it's like a stepping stone. It's like the first step.
Yeah,
So now you know what your next step is. Your next step is these are some people to reach out to. So that's a good thing. And you know how we were talking about, and by we I mean me, because I was just talking.
Conversations always make everything better.
Yes, I feel that way too. And Alyssa, I'm just curious because your business is a little bit different from what a lot of the people are doing. Were there any opportunities for collaboration that showed up for you?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about health and wellness because my, other hat or my other shoe is the salsa dancing. So we're able to, we're going to start talking. Dee, I was in Dee's group, and then Mia's, and it was great. Keisha's group. And so we're talking about like maybe health, wellness. I'm going to be doing salsa lessons online starting next week.
I like
And
this
so
so
we're
much.
thinking about, oh, I love it. This is incredible. This is what we need. So no, absolutely. I'm a big proponent of collaboration. So I'm excited to team up with all the ladies that, you know, we were able to kind of like pinpoint some things moving forward. So no, this is very energizing. I love this.
Awesome. Well, you know, ladies, I'm so glad that we had an opportunity to just talk a little bit today. And I agree with Doreen. There is not usually enough time in these networking meetings for us to really, truly connect in a way that would be ideal. But it's always a good starting point for us to say, okay, who's the next person that we need to connect with? What's the next thing that we need to do? And for you guys who are planning to put together a showcase, I would invite you to even consider putting Alyssa's beers in as part of the program, because I'm just so excited that you are doing it in a man's world. I'm really, really excited for you about that. Do it, girl.
We gotta break down these doors and knock down these beer barriers, and
knock down the beer barriers.
Knock down the beer barriers, one sip or one pint at a time. And if we've got to do that, then hey.
And I'm not a beer drinker. I have to just make that disclaimer. I don't really drink very much of alcohol, but I just love that you're doing this. So this is great. So I think any opportunities that you might find to collaborate, I'm going to post a prompt in the group, and it's going to be any opportunities for collaborations or any ideas that came up out of the meeting today. And that will give us also an opportunity to tag people back and forth who we might have maybe met on the call today, but didn't have enough time to talk to. Does that make sense for you guys?
Yeah, so if anybody starts a collaboration group, and keep me in mind if I don't already be part of it, to tag me so that I can get in.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All right, guys.
Dancing party at your brewery.
Oh my gosh, it's on.
We gotta find our rhythm more ways than one. That's why we named the beer company Rhythm Brewing Company, because hey, it's just, you know, find it whether you're dancing or whether you're sipping.
For the salsa, because you'll see, I can get just as much fun without the beers, but I love the salsa because, you know, my background. But I love that we all were able to join today. Thank you so much. I'm getting the call that my next patient is ready, so off I go, and I will talk to all y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Okay, so